Oh, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This has been such an interesting thing to watch unfold. So The Mandalorian, last week's episode, which obviously there's a new episode this week as well, today in fact, showed Baby Yoda, the child, eating a bunch of eggs, which was intentionally dark, intentionally comedic. I thought it was pretty obvious that's what it was for, but apparently not. Apparently a lot of people are really outraged by it. There was articles all over the place, lots of people saying it's this, it's that, and going, oh, it's terrible, and blah, 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 blah. But it's very clearly intentionally like that, right? Like, very clearly. And in my review, which I'll try and leave linked above, I said it was intentionally like that because I think it's good to show that the child is not biased towards either side of the Force. I guess. That was how I saw it anyway. I liked that. But basically, the world went mad, and Pablo Hidalgo, the story group guy from Lucasfilm, has just gone on a bit of a Twitter mocking spree. And it's quite brilliant, to be honest. I don't know what Disney's comeback is going to be for this, because he's definitely going to be offending quite a lot of people. I think it's quite funny, FYI. But yeah, it's fascinating stuff. Now, this article is linked down below, so check along with me. But basically, Lucasfilm executive and Disney Star Wars author Pablo Hidalgo recently launched into a mocking tirade against fans taken aback by the implications of Baby Yoda's frog eating, the egg snacking, basically. Now, for fans of The Mandalorian, the casual fan debate over Baby Yoda's wanton egg consumption in the second episode of the series' second season, which has gripped fan discourse since the episode aired last week. Now, again, since the premiere of the second episode, The Mandalorian second season, the casual debate over Baby Yoda's egg eating has just gone mental, and it really has. I don't understand why anyone is that fascinated by it. It's really not that big a deal. But hey, look, apparently, we're all in lockdown, so everyone's just gone a bit nutso. And so casual, you've got a lot of people saying it's in bad taste. Again, PAGs, Participation Award Generation. Just be offended on behalf of everyone. Be offended on behalf of frogs. Fuck's sake, honestly. While others conversely argued that the sentience of the frog species was precisely what tipped the running gag from a comedic instance to a horrifying one. It's a joke. It's the point. And also as well, I do think it's supposed to show him as non-biased either way in the way of the Force as well. Now, further fuel was unintentionally added to the fire when Lucasfilm creative art manager Phil Sostak compared the frog to a chicken. Yes, ladies and gents, we've reached peak tard right here. We are offended when someone compared a frog to a chicken. Just let that sink in. So basically, he said, for the record, Chapter 10 of The Mandalorian makes it clear that the frog lady's eggs are unfertilized, like the chicken's eggs many of us enjoy. But obviously, chickens aren't sentient beings, and the child eating the eggs is intentionally disturbing for comedic effect. I thought that was pretty bloody obvious. But apparently not. And apparently that offends people. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. Baby Yoda's fan-held war crime trials were covered by a number of news outlets, including Bounding Into Comics, the New York Post, and even Vanity Fair. But it was the topic coverage by IO9 that caught Hidalgo's attention and prompted the Star Wars head to mock those fans who found the scene to be less than hilarious. And good on him for mocking them. Hidalgo's Twitter account was set to private prior to his rant, making his tweets both hidden from the public and unarchivable. But thankfully, Disney Star Wars is done, was able to secure screenshots of the tweets in question. And here's what's offended so many people. The reactions to this are incredibly reassuring, i.e., you are mental. Baby Yoda's snacking habit was apparently meant to be funny. Like, yeah, very clearly. What is the world coming to? Do we not have sense of humour? Are we on a it's not the COVID pandemic anymore, is it? It's the sense of humour removal pandemic. We're on a worldwide pandemic of people losing their sense of humour. We need to contact the WHO immediately. Get to the bottom of this. Oh no, wait. It's because they're all PAGs. and we can just be offended on behalf of everyone. We're allowed, like, we just get pandered to left, right, and centre. That's why. Stop it, you absolute child. And anyway, he said, yeah, Luke, that Rancor was somebody's child, which is hilarious, of course. I have it on good authority that Frog Lady is just having tadpoles to get government money. Someone literally said, oh, he's being racist for that. No, he's not. What? How is that? Oh my god. Ridiculous. Anyway, so he continues and he says the swarthy, gender-fluid child ate the eggs. Wow, nobody erases all the women who work on a show faster than someone mad at it online, which makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that is quite literally what's happening. You know, everyone's going mental at women who work on the show. Again, it's quite comical. It's the whole Gina Carano situation is a great example of this. You know, you've got strong women. Great example of a strong woman, right? Great example of a strong woman that's well liked and actually liked in the role, but people can't handle it that she doesn't have the same opinion as them for something else, so they must cancel her. Are you absolutely, like, what goes through your mind? Unbelievable. And then he even says this dude's a boss. Can I just add how much better it is to have a lockdown account? Egg eating grin. What a boss. Legend. I swear I'll stop. And obviously posted a meme. And then he says, yeah, I'm not quite done. But this has the same energy as the people furious that Rey has to spend the rest of her life alone on a desert planet at the end of that movie. A thing they totally invented. What a legend. What an absolute boss. I think this is great. But yeah, apparently, here we go. So Captain Kennedy said it's the thinly veiled racism that puts it over the top. Where? Please put yourself in a sandbox, never to come out again. You don't. How do you even get out of bed? Right? How do you get out of bed and how do you function if this is what offends you? Are you serious now? I bet you put an espresso capsule in a coffee and you go, it's too white. My racism. Like, seriously? Oh, that froth's too white. You're an idiot. And then nerd culture YouTuber Jenny Nicholson, I've never even heard of this person, said he alternates between sarcastic, here's what PC culture will say next, and his own defense of the stupid Baby Yoda joke. So one of his defenses is she just wanted to have babies for a welfare check, which is a joke, yes, and the joke is that women have babies for welfare checks. Well, funnily enough, they actually do. Some of them do. Are you denying the fact that actual circumstance exists? Because I can point you to a whole bunch of women in the UK that do that. It is not sexist. It is a fact. Are you denying their existence? Really? Ooh, but that's their truth. Are you denying that you know, that independent woman's decision to do that? Can't have it both ways, love. Don't work like that, bruh. I'm not going to be Googling this person anymore. It's a pleb. Anyway, personally, I prefer when they show how big of an asshole they are. Because then apparently everyone knows what they're dealing with without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, I think he's a boss. I think that's hilarious. And I'm very glad he's just chosen to mock everyone. Because anyone who is offended by this is an idiot. It's a joke. You can't be offended about this thing, this little Baby Yoda eating eggs. And if you are, you need a sense of humour transplant. Stat. Because you got none. It's just ridiculous. This is what... Sorry, dog. This is what's wrong with the world. This. And then, like... my racism. No, mate. That's not racist, man. That's not. Calm down. There are bigger things to worry about in the world. Definitely not in... We're like, seriously? Anyway, whatever. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Guys, I'm actually shooting my film next week. My second film. The Lovecraft horror film. Psychological horror film. So this time next week, I would have shot one day already. If you want to donate, you still can. We're not at the target yet. which obviously just means I'm further and further into debt because all this is coming out of my own pocket. But if you want to hit the target and you want to help me do that, then there's the GoFundMe link down below. It would mean the world to me, even if you chuck in like $5 or whatever. It doesn't matter. Every little helps, and it helps it get made. You know, a lot of guys love Lovecraft. It's exploring specifically mental health as a sort of avenue for Lovecraft, which I think goes very, very well. So check it out. I think you guys will enjoy it. There's a pitch down there as well, a little bit of a story outline. Check it out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave your thoughts down below. As always, I've been Mr. H. Take care.